Welcome everyone to Mykonos in Greece. We're going to start off with going through what will be covered in the presentation. So we're going to be going over the geography, history and climate, transportation and accommodation, amazing sites and landmarks, events and holidays, food, and finally fun facts. So we're going to be covering geography and history first. So Mykonos is a Greek island, part of the Cyclades, lying between Tinos, Syros, Paros, and Naxos. It is 85.5 square kilometers and rises to an elevation of 341 meters at its peak. Although there are no rivers, there are many streams scattered throughout the island. And the island is very rocky and contains granite as well as clay and barite. The island uses seawater as its main supply of water, by utilizing reverse osmosis. So the history. According to Greek mythology, Mykonos has been named the location where the famous battle between Zeus and the Titans occurred. Throughout its history, the island has been known as an important maritime training post and was therefore highly sought out by the powerful empires. These include the ancient Greeks, Romans, and Ottomans. The Greek War of Independence in 1820 resulted in the Greeks' power over the island, and this has remained ever since. The weather. It is very hot in Mykonos as a result of infrequent rainfall. But in the summer, the average temperature is 27 degrees Celsius, or 81 degrees Fahrenheit. In the winter, it averages around 15 degrees Celsius, which is 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Frequent cool winds make summer days cool, dry, and sunny. During winter, sunny days are also apparent, and the island hardly experiences snow. Transportation and accommodation. How can you get to Mykonos? So Mykonos Island is one of the most popular tourist destinations of the Mediterranean and is frequently visited by plane or ferry. From Athens, one can get to Mykonos by the ferry through their ports, and the trip is between 3 to 5 hours. From other islands, including Santorini, Pars, Naxos, and Crete, one can only get to Mykonos by ferry. However, from Santorini, you can also travel to Mykonos by the helicopter as well. So where should you stay? Mykonos town, or Kora, is a great place to stay and has many buses to take visitors to the beaches throughout the day. The town has many luxury boutique shops, regular buses to and from the beaches, as well as luxury and budget hotels. The island capital contains lots of narrow pedestrian-only streets and is filled with hotels and restaurants. So another option is to stay by the beach, and you will be surrounded by calm, clear water that's excellent for swimming. And this area is best for families and couples. So we're also going to go over some of the amazing sites. Little Venice. In Kora, Little Venice has been described as a beautiful place to relax, especially during the sunset. It was inspired by the city of Venice itself, as demonstrated by the design of the architecture and the arcs scattered throughout the town. There are also many seaside bars and restaurants on the shoreline. The Windmills. These iconic windmills overlook Little Venice, and when one stands beside it, they can see a spectacular view of Kora and the harbor in the distance. The 16 windmills were built by the Venetians in the 16th century. They were primarily used to mill wheat, and their use has gradually declined since then. Mykonos Pangia Paraportiani is one of the most photographed churches in the world. It is located right by the sea and consists of 5 small churches built on top or adjacent to one another. These churches were not all constructed at once, but gradually over the past centuries. People can get to the church via car or public bus transport. The Delos Archaeological Museum. The Archaeological Museum of Delos was built in 1904 and was initially just 5 rooms. Over the years, more rooms have been added and more artifacts have been displayed. 6 of the rooms hold rare historical artifacts discovered from the archaeological site at Delos. Another 2 rooms display works of pottery, while another showcases items discovered that were intended for everyday use. Super Paradise Beach. Mykonos Super Paradise Beach is considered one of the most beautiful beaches in Greece and is easily accessible. One can take a taxi boat or local bus to reach the destination. The waters are very beautiful and the sand is also very soft. So, the culture. The Mykonos Summer Festival is an exciting event organized every year and includes art exhibitions, artistic performances, and a variety of concerts. It is one of the most celebrated cultural events in the island and is attended by locals and visitors across the globe. The Harvest Festival is held at the Agricultural Museum on the second Sunday in September. People bake bread in the oven, bring drinks and more food, and play music from traditional instruments. Everyone dances, may play traditional animal games, and enjoys traditional crops. So, here are some of the foods. Kopanisi is a traditional cheese which is thick and creamy and possesses a spreadable texture. It has an intense peppery flavor and is a yellowy pink color. It is made from sheep's milk or goat's milk, and it takes 4 months to produce. Kremidopita, or onion pie, is a delicacy in Mykonos and is made especially during Easter. It is made out of onion and creamy Tirovolia cheese. Lazarikia are biscuits with sugar and raisins. It was traditionally made on Lazarus Saturday, the Saturday that initiates Holy Week. On this day, Lazarkia are sold in bakeries and streets throughout the island. Mykonos black-eyed beans and sausages are combined to make one of the island's most famous meals. The meat is made from pork meat and fat. The sausage is sun-dried rather than smoked and contains many herbs and spices. So some of the restaurants include Kadena, which is a restaurant in Mykonos town, right on the waterfront. Its menu is especially unique and contains dishes such as risotto with leeks, topped with goat cheese and dried pork. Other dishes include orzo pasta with seafood and a variety of lamb, pork, and chicken gyros. Nikos Taverna is a casual restaurant that has been around for over 40 years. In addition to its delicious food that includes lamb clefiko, which is a lamb slow cooked in a clay pot, and plates of grilled seafood, there's a pink pelican that always turns up every lunchtime for photos as well as for fresh fish. Some fun facts. There are around 10,000 permanent residents on the island since 2011, and more than 2 million tourists visit the island every year. As a result of the strong Meltemi winds, the island is called the Island of the Winds or Queen of the Cyclades. There are more than 600 churches and small chapels at Mykonos, and according to strict color codes, the windows and doors should be painted blue, green, or red. And Petros the pelican is the island mascot. All right, so that concludes our tour. Thank you so much for visiting Mykonos.